All right, Secondary Math 2 class. Today is the first day of the next 2 weeks where we are all learning online. And it's really just a week and a half because of Thanksgiving break. Hopefully we come back after that. We will see. But everybody is doing your online assignment. Okay, so before you go any farther in this video, I would highly recommend that you print off this blank sheet, your notes, okay, if you have a printer at home, so that you can fill it in as you are watching the video, because for 2 reasons. First, it's actually going to help you learn, and second, you will be able to use these notes on your test, right? So I link both the blank copy as well as the filled out copy on Canvas. The blank copy will be that first link, the filled out is the second link. I highly recommend you print out this blank copy right now, okay? But let's get into it, okay? So hopefully you maybe pause the video, printed it out, but we are going to get going, okay? So last time you saw me in class, we were multiplying binomials, okay? Binomials is just a fancy word meaning 2 terms in the expression, okay? Binomials, think bicycle, 2 wheels, binomials, 2 terms, okay? Well, today we are just gonna kind of review a little bit. We're gonna be adding and subtracting them. So we're kind of going a little bit backwards. We're just kind of reviewing a little today. Okay, so 2 things I want to note. Okay, so first let's make a note under this guy. So what sign do we see in the middle here? Okay, addition or subtraction? That is addition. Okay, when we are adding, okay, so write this note down. When we are adding, remember the signs stay the same. Okay, no signs have to change when we're adding. The signs all stay the same. So basically what you can do when you see that there's an addition sign in the middle is you can just take the parentheses away. Okay, just rewrite this whole thing, but without the parentheses. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do x squared plus 6x cubed plus, because it's a positive, 7x squared minus 2x cubed. Okay, so we rewrote it just without the parentheses. Now we need to combine like terms. We need to simplify by combining like terms. So let's take a look at our first term. Okay, our first term is x squared. Okay, where's my other term with an x squared? Okay, it's going to be this plus 7x squared. Okay, so what is 1x squared, right? Because there's that 1 there. What is 1x squared plus 7x squared? 1 plus 7. We get 8x squared. Okay, now let's look at our second term, 6x cubed. Is there another x cubed that I can combine this with? Yep, right on the end, negative 2x cubed. So what is 6x cubed, x cubed I guess, 6x cubed minus 2x cubed? 6 minus 2 is going to give me positive 4x cubed. Okay? We combine like terms. We cannot combine them anymore because this guy's x squared, that guy's x cubed, so it is simplified. Okay, beautiful. Number 2. So I actually want to change the sign on this guy. So we're changing him from an addition sign to a subtraction sign, a really fat, ugly subtraction sign. Okay, because I want to make the note, what happens when we are subtracting? Okay, when we were adding, the signs stayed the same. What do you think they're going to do when we're subtracting, or what do they do when we're subtracting? The signs after, okay, change. Meaning the signs after this subtraction sign changes. Only after. Okay? So let's go ahead and rewrite it. we can always rewrite the first one. Okay, the first, in fact, I'll make that note. First binomial always stays the same. First stays, whoa, not game, same. I hate that. Okay. There we go. First always stays the same. Obviously, I'm thinking about playing games or something. I don't know. Okay, so we can always rewrite the first binomial. So let's write 5a squared minus 7a to the fourth. Okay, now, remember, subtracting signs after the signs change. Okay, so this was a positive a to the fourth. Now it's a negative a to the fourth. This was a positive 8a squared. Now it's a negative aa squared. And this kind of has to go with what we were learning with distributing. Okay, technically what's actually happening is this negative is distributing, multiplying to both those guys. That is why it stays, it changes. Okay, that's why this negative sign or subtraction sign changes those signs. Okay, so let's do what we did on our last problem and combine like terms. Okay, so let's look at our first term, 5a squared. Where's my next term with a squared attached? It's going to be negative 8a squared. So what is 5a squared minus 8a squared? We're going to end at negative 3a squared. Okay, let's look at our next term. Negative 7a to the fourth. Where's my next term with a to the fourth? Right there. Okay, so what is negative 7 minus 1? Negative 7a to the fourth minus 1 more, a to the fourth. We get negative 8a to the fourth. Okay, we cannot combine those guys anymore because one of them has a squared, one of them has a to the fourth, so that is our simplified expression. Okay, let's look at number 3. Okay, so what are we doing in the middle here? Adding or subtracting? We are adding. Okay, with addition, do our signs stay the same or do they change? Okay, they stay the same. We'll just make a little note. Same signs when you're adding. Okay, so all we have to do is rewrite it without the parentheses. So a plus 8, a to the fourth. Remember, the first one always stays the same. Okay, but these guys do not change because of that addition sign. So plus 5a squared minus 7a. Okay, no signs had to change because we are adding them. Okay, so let's look at our first term. Now we need to combine like terms. So our first term is just a single a, or a to the first power. Okay, where's my other term with just a to the first power, just one a? Going to be this negative 7a. Okay, so what is 1a minus 7a? That's going to give me a negative 6a. Okay, let's look at our next term. 8a to the fourth. Okay, is my other guy a to the fourth? No, it's not. It's actually a squared. Okay, so these guys aren't even like terms. Okay, so all we have to do is just write them next to what we actually could combine. So plus a to the fourth plus 5a squared. Okay, so we see that we have a to the first, a to the fourth, and a squared, so they're not like terms. We combined all that we could, so this is as simplified as it'll go. Okay, let's look at number 4. Okay, what sign is in the middle? What are we actually doing here? We're subtracting. Okay, when we're subtracting, do our signs stay the same or do they change? They are going to change. Okay, but only the signs after the subtraction sign, right? This guy is like he's distributing in. So we can go ahead, always rewrite the first one exactly how it looks. So 6v to the fourth plus 6v. Okay, this negative sign jumps in there, and that's why those signs change. So this was positive 5v to the fourth, now it's negative 5v to the fourth. This was positive 5v, now it is negative 5v. Okay, now we can go ahead and see if there are any like terms that we can combine. Okay, so let's look at our first term, 6v to the fourth. Where is my other term, if there is one, with v to the fourth? See one right here, negative 5v to the fourth. So what is 6v to the fourth minus 5v to the fourth? 6 minus 5, it's going to give me just 1v to the fourth, so we can just write that v to the fourth. Okay, let's look at our next term. We have 6 with just 1v. Does my other one have just 1v? Yes, it does. So these guys are like terms. So we can write 6 minus 5 again is just 1. So positive 1v. Okay, these guys are not like terms because v is v to the fourth. One of them is v to the first power. So that is simplified. Okay, 2 more examples. Let's look at number 5. Okay, what's our sign in the middle? Addition. With addition, we know that they stay the same. Okay, so now we can just rewrite them without those parentheses. So 3 minus 2b to the fourth plus 7 minus 3b to the fourth. Okay, let's look at our first term, see if there are any like terms. We have just a 3, so 3 with no variable attached. Where's my other number with no variable attached? It's going to be this plus 7. Okay, so I get 3 plus 7 is going to give me 10. Okay, let's look at our next term. We have negative 2b to the fourth. Do you see any other b to the fourths? Yep, right there. So what is negative 2b to the fourth minus 3 more b to the fourth? Negative 2 minus 3. It's going to give me negative 5b to the fourth. Okay, we know those guys are not like terms, so that is as simplified as it'll go. Okay, last example, and this one I actually want to change to a subtraction again. Okay, so big, ugly subtraction sign. Ew, it's really bad. Okay, so we are subtracting, technically. So we know that these guys, the signs will change after that sign. Okay, so you can always rewrite the first one, x to the fourth plus 5x. Okay, this negative sign distributes, making this a negative 5x to the fourth, and making this a positive, okay, since it changes. It was a negative, now it's going to be a positive 7x. Okay, so let's go ahead and find like terms that we can combine. So I have 1x to the fourth. Where's my other x to the fourth? Right there. I have 1x to the fourth minus 5x to the fourth. So 1 minus 5 is going to give me negative 4x to the fourths. Okay, my next term is 5x. So I need just a single x. And yes, sir, this does have just a single x. So 5 plus 7 is going to give me positive 12x. Okay, we know that those are not like terms, so it is as simplified as it can go. And that is your notes for today, you guys. Make sure that you filled them out, okay? And then do your assignment if it is still class time. So if you were watching this on Monday or Wednesday, hopefully Monday, during class time from 9:45 to 11:05, make sure you get on that Google Meet, jump on, and ask me any questions that you might have. Okay, bye.